It's Saturday, August 28th, and it's time for my next weekly update on my crazy life. Gonna admit right off the bat, I did not really get anything extra done at the farm this week. It was crazy hot and humid, and I just had no desire to be out in it. Plus, there was a lot going on this week. First off, Dad. Dad is now in a home for the assisted living. I can't even begin to tell you how guilty I felt taking him there. He has his own furniture there, but he just looked like he was ready to cry when I had to leave on Tuesday. My brother and sister were still there later, and they said that he was okay, and he understood that we can't continue to care for him and that he needed to be there. Of course, with him no longer being at his house, it's been put up for sale. And the first showing for it is for tomorrow, and I'm going to admit it hurts when I go to the house for any reason and I see that for sale sign sitting out front. I wanted Dad to be able to stay there until the day he died, but it just didn't happen. Now, I'm sure that if something were to happen before the house was sold, and they would probably let us take him out of there or just take him to his home and let him die there, but I don't see that happening. At least the realtor that we have is good. I've had a relationship with her for a lot of years. It helps that she's married to my brother-in-law, but that's beside the point. Like I said, Dad's house is up for sale. My brother went back to Germany today. I took him to the airport today. So he's flying out of Philadelphia International Airport. And if you're ever in South Jersey and you're needing to get to Philadelphia International Airport, and there's any way that you can take 538 to 322 to 95 instead of going over the Walt Whitman and going over the Commodore Barry instead, believe me, you want to do that. I missed so much traffic by doing it that way. And not only the traffic, but then the stress that came with it. Of course, it was trying to pour rain when I did that, but and my brother felt bad about going to Germany, but he had no choice. And what he really felt bad about, he went to see Dad on Thursday and thought that he was going to be able to come and see him again a couple times before he left. Well, they called us up. One of the residents has tested positive for coronavirus, so therefore no visitors. So my brother doesn't know that he's ever going to be able to see him alive again. And my sister, of course, she's gone back home. She's flown north for now. She's planning to come down next week. We're going to start going through everything in the house and figuring out what's going and seeing what we can do to get rid of it all. There is some things in there that I want, but not a whole lot. I already have a house full of junk. Hubby got his iron on Thursday, and just pray for me. He has his days where he seems really good and his days when he's really bad, and he's driving me absolutely and positively up the wall. If I am not right there with him, he's calling me, texting me, whatever, driving me up the wall. He wants to eat, doesn't know what he wants to eat. I make him something to eat, he doesn't want it. And I'm at my wit's end. I really need time just away from him and by myself, and I'm just not getting it. And it's not his fault. It's nothing I can do about it. Okay, chickens. Okay. Been needing to start getting rid of them, and I will be. I have a guy coming tomorrow. Met him a few years ago. I put an ad on Craigslist for spare roosters. Didn't think I'd get any responses. Lo and behold, I did. And he's been buying my excess roosters since then. Now I've got that guy in here. He's definitely going, as well as a couple more. Now I had bought birds earlier in the year because I had incubator fails. I bought some that were supposed to be Jersey Giants. That's one of them. I really have a sneaking suspicion that they're not. I also bought 4 that were all supposed to be a black Moran. Well, there's the 2 that are black, and here's the other 2 that I'm suspecting are Kuka Moran, and I'm also suspecting that they're not hens, but they're roosters. So I'm going to be putting an ad on Craigslist for them. I also bought some New Hampshire red pullets. Well, I have a sneaking suspicion that the one over there is also a rooster. Just the way that he's developing her. So, be putting an ad on Craigslist, trying to get rid of them. I need to get at home the pen that I'm going to be having for the chickens done, because the Jersey Giants or whatever they are going to be going to my house. They'll be on tick patrol there. And let me see, that's those chickens. Okay. Over here we have Rhoda. I came out one day, not this past week. One of her chicks had been fine the night before. It was dead in the house, so I don't know what happened to it. The little one that had the messed up leg was fine the one day, come out the next day, it wasn't doing very good. And by the time I got back later in the day, it was dead. So she's down to just 2 chicks. And Laverne, who's, I guess, is going in the house already, she still has 9. And I also have 2 more hens that are broody. I have eggs in the incubator for them. They'll be hatched in about another 9-10 days or so. I will be starting to get rid of some of my older hens. They will be going to auction. Yeah, I could possibly sell them online, but I'm not going to take the bother. It's just so much easier to take them to the auction. And the last time I took them to the auction, I actually got good prices for them, which shocked me. They were like $10 or more, and these were old birds that were basically to the end of their laying. So that's what's going on with them. Took Callie and got her groomed on Tuesday. Hey baby, can you say hi? No, you're going to scratch yourself, of course. And one thing I'm really wondering about is her tail. I don't know how well you can see it in the video, especially since she's now sitting on it. But the way they trimmed it, it almost looks like a bunny tail. She's my good puppy dog. Hi, Fuzzy. Let me see, horses, these guys are looking good. Gidget's slowing down, not sure if she's going to make it through the winter. I'm hoping this week that I can get in her pen. I want to get the weeds out of there, mow it, and I'm going to not be taking her home this winter. Instead, I'm going to be making something so that her house there is more waterproof, weatherproof, what have you, and it'll be easier for me to feed her. Let me see. Round pen, of course, is ready to be used. It's supposed to be cooler this week, so as long as it's not raining all week, I'm hoping to get both these guys in the round pen and start working with them. It's trying to rain out here, and we could get rain any day between now and Friday, I think is what they're saying. So that's about, oh, I know what else I wanted to say. We got the truck back. Got it back on Friday. Let's see, can you see it? Yes, there it is. Very glad to have it back, except for we are really upset with this place. They had it for 3 weeks. We got a runaround for them. Caught up and they said, the tie rods were bad. We had to replace them. When we get it back, we asked about the tie rods. They said, we didn't touch the tie rods. They had the dome light, left side dome light. Something's wrong with it, so it wouldn't switch off or on. And it was off. Well, now it's on and I can't switch it off. The intermittent wipers, they're not working right. And they were told about that. They didn't fix that. I told them we wanted an oil change, wanted synthetic oil in it. They didn't change the oil. So this was the shop that the place that we bought it from had told us to take it because, there was a few things that were wrong with it from when we got it. And they says, oh, they'll take care of it. Well, they, like I said, took 3 weeks and we got to run around. Could never get a straight answer what was going on. So we were not pleased. We'll not be going back there. And one thing I can't say for sure, it's because of them. Like I said, the truck is used. There had been just a faint smell of cigarette smoke in it when we got it. Normally you couldn't even smell it. I don't know if it was because of the truck being closed up for so long or what, but the cigarette smell is really strong. So I had read that you can try white vinegar. A bottle of white vinegar opened up, so that's what I have in there now. So we'll see what happens. Well, hope you have a nice evening, and I'll talk at you later. God bless and have a good evening.